Time was always chasing Pope Benedict XVI. He was already 78 years old when he took on the role, an academic, a social conservative, the first German pope for 1,000 years. A man chosen to exploit the wisdom of a long life, now acclaimed by his own successor.
We are moved as we recall him as such a noble person, so kind, and we feel such gratitude in our hearts. Gratitude to God for having given him to the Church and to the world.
From around the world, expressions of sorrow from politicians and religious leaders.
I heard a lovely comment from Rome just a few days ago when one of the people there said, as Pope Benedict's health declined so rapidly, he said, the angels are gathering to carry him home. And that's what we know today. And we ask God to receive him gratefully, because he was a very faithful servant of the Church, of Christ, throughout his life.
In 2010, Benedict made the first ever official papal state visit to the UK, welcomed by a crowd of adoring pilgrims, before meeting Queen Elizabeth and giving dozens of sermons. Today, King Charles paid his own tribute, writing, "I remember with fondness my meeting with His Holiness during my visit to the Vatican in 2009. I also recall his constant efforts to promote peace and goodwill to all people and to strengthen the relationship between the global Anglican community and the Roman Catholic Church." But Benedict's visit to Britain also showed the other side of his papacy, criticism that he wasn't doing enough to address sexual abuse allegations within the Church.
The number one challenge for Pope Benedict was the abuse crisis, which was just gaining it in speed and spreading all over the world during his pontificate. And he did take several steps to begin to respond to that. But his critics say that he didn't do enough in the time that he was Pope.
Benedict may be best remembered for the way he left the stage, shocking the world by retiring from a job that most assumed only ended with death. His final address sounded weary.
It was a journey with joy and light, but there have also been difficult moments.
He said goodbye to his cardinals, but stayed in the Vatican, living in a converted monastery, and ushering an era when the world had two men who'd both been named as Pope. His successor, Pope Francis, will lead Benedict's funeral on January the 5th.
That was a remarkable step he made. And there hadn't been a pope since the Middle Ages who stepped down. So he, as a fairly conservative person, was also opening a door to a world of today where people need not stay in office until they die.
He was the quiet academic who lit controversial rows, a man known for leading and then leaving, the Pope who walked away from his job, and who is now mourned by millions. Adam Parsons.